Okay, and we're recording. All right, so this week I went over two different ones. I did the CSS transitions using JavaScript, and then I did the JavaScript events. So I'll start with the transitions. It's pretty basic. So similar to last week where you have a CSS where you manipulate how your page works. So JavaScript interacts with the style sheets, allowing you to write programs to change the different styles. And so the difference from last week that I went over, the transitions in CSS are applied to an element and specify that when the property changes, it'll do so gradually over a period of time, where animations are different. They just run and do their thing, and so you can't really control them. So I think we do animations in like the last week is what we go over, but so they offer more of a fine-grained control, so you can control different stops and animations. So how it works is you trigger an element transition that toggles the class name on that element that triggers it. If you need to pause a transition, you can do that in a couple of ways. Use the get computed style and get property value and point it to the transitions you want to pause, and you set the CS properties of that element equal those values. So I explained a little more, but the CSS transitions provide a way to control animation speed when changing the CSS properties instead of having the property change or take effect immediately. So you can cause the changes in the property to take over a period of time. So if you want to change a color element from black to white, usually it would go like right away. With the CSS transitions, the change occurs over an interval of time. You can accelerate the curve or slow it down. So it's kind of a cool thing. You can decide how you want to make the changes in CSS. And so my real basic example is right here. So when you hover over the box, it changes color and it does it at 360 degrees. And then you can pause it at any point just by hovering over the thing. I mean, it's basic, but it kind of shows you how the transitions work. So
Pretty cool.
yeah, to get there, it was a pain in the butt. So this is my page. I had to create a second one for that one. So basically what I did is I created a new style sheet, this stylesbox.css, and I'll pull it up so you can see it. So the way that it works is you create the two different ones. So there's the box, and then the box one is being hovered over. And so you've got the original color and what it starts at in your CSS and the box cover. So on your CSS transitions, basically what you tell it to in the JavaScript is once the person is hovering over it, switch from box to box hover. And that's how you get this crazy little thing that moves. Let's see here. So let me go back over to that one. So yeah, basically all you're doing when the mouse hovers over it, it changes color and spins. Pretty basic. Okay, so the JavaScript events are a little more detailed. So this is one that I'll have to show you, but one of the events is an alert that pops up. So there's an onload event, and so I just did this one, but I'll show it to you in a second. So just click OK, and I'll explain later. So JavaScript events are including the stuff that happens on mobile devices. We're supposed to go over like mobile devices, animation, transitions. So JavaScript events interact with the HTML as handled through events that occur when the user browser manipulates a page. So when the page loads, it's called an event. When they click a button, that's an event too. Other events like pressing any key, closing a window, resizing a window, these are all events that you have to code for. Events are part of the DOM model in level 3 HTML, and they're triggered using the JavaScript code. And so this one I decided to go over load, on-click, mouse events, keyboard events, and touch events. So the first one I did was that load event you just saw. So it fires when the page loads. And so I use this code right here, the add load event listener. And basically what happens is when the page loads up, the alert pops up and says, hey, CIT261 is awesome. This alert was popped through a load listener. Click OK, and I'll explain later. I just did. The next one is on-click events. So the on-click events is the most frequently used type. It occurs when the user clicks the mouse. So in this case, you just click on this text and see it on click. Yay, you clicked me. Pretty awesome. So the mouse event interface represents an event that occurs to interacting with a pointing device such as the mouse. So it's similar to what we did on the CSS, but basically when you move your mouse over that, it uses the JavaScript and it causes that to appear. And when you move it away, it goes away. And so there's a mouse over and then the mouse out. You have to code for both of those, but I'll show you the code in just a second. And then almost there, but the keyboard event one is pretty basic. But again, it's a function that's triggered when somebody presses a key. So in this case, I just created a little box in the coding, and then once you click on the box and then press any key, a new alert will pop up as you press the key inside the input field. So you could code this on your web page if you didn't want somebody to, if they enter an incorrect keystroke or do something like that, you could do some stuff. And the last thing for the mobile side of things, and it's hard to, I had to code this 2 different ways because it's hard to show on a desktop. But basically what you do is you code this to where it interacts similar to what you would if it was a touchscreen. The thing that's weird about touchscreens is you not only do you touch it, but you also have to code for like pressure now, which I didn't fully understand, but I want to spend some more time learning about. But basically what happens is you code it so when the user touches the area, a new message will pop up and it just shows that it works similar to the mouse over event, but it's just used for touch. So I'll show you the code, and these are all the sources that I use. So the code on that one, this one was a little weird because I had to do, let's see here, that was the events. So I had to code most of this in my CSS, and then I had to code the JavaScript events. And so I did the JavaScript separate and then linked it down here at the bottom to the events because it was getting confusing to put it all on the same page. So I coded the events separate. So this is the one for the on click when the person goes in. This one's the click one, the mouse up, mouse down, the key down event, and then the key up event, and then the press any key, and then there was also the pressure one that I did. So the pressure one is really similar to the mouse one, so I just combined those 2 together. But that was it. I had to make some changes to my CSS a little bit so that it popped up and showed the other stuff, but it's that was it. Yeah, pretty basic. Hope that's what he's looking for. All right, let me switch over and I'll switch you up to host, and you can share your screen.
All right. There you go. Let's see. I worked on the just the CSS stuff.
Okay, cool.
Using Java, but I also figured out the rest of these append and.
Oh yeah, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, last time I stopped.
Dang, you were busy this week, man. You did
Let's
a bunch.
see. I showed you insert and append.
Yep.
I didn't show you remove child.
No, we didn't go over that one last week. So.
Which this one removes the first node.
Okay.
So here, click this button. It removes that one again, and there you go.
Oh, cool. Nice. Okay.
And let's just show you this one. Insert the before.
Okay.
There's a bunch of befores.
You can keep clicking, yeah.
But for the CSS stuff here, I have this box. Click this.
Oh, cool.
Changes that. And for this one, I just hover over and
Changes
it was supposed to do more stuff, but it didn't.
No, a couple of mine were the same way. We were supposed to like do that and twist and stuff, and it was so hard to code for all those things, you know?
So I'm gonna work on that one.
Yeah.
Where's the code for that? Here you go.
Yeah, okay. So it just changes the physical size of the image is what it does, basically. Moves it from 62 to 214. Okay.
There's a big one, normal one.
Yeah.
You would have text change, and here's like all the
paragraph change.
The color change and all that stuff.
Okay.
And for the other one, these are the hovers. That one changes color. This one disappears. This one I didn't get time to do, so it just instantly gets bigger.
Okay, cool.
And if you click on this, it runs away.
No, that's cool, dude.
And this one was tricky, man.
Yeah, how did you get it to run away?
It's basically, I was just basically like messing with a bunch of stuff I found on what was it, W3?
Yeah, W3 schools, yeah.
Yeah, and it's supposed to like slide out certain pixels
Oh, that
to
makes
the left.
sense. That's what makes it look like he's leaving. It just slides out the pixel. Okay.
And here's like the fade outs and the fade ins,
Yeah, okay.
the opacity, and it's the background change.
Yeah. Cool, man. Looks great, dude.
That's basically it.
No, it's cool. I like that. That's cool transition too. It's something you could actually use. So
Yeah.
all right, man. Well, cool. Well, anything you need any help with anything? Everything else going well?
Well, I just need to figure this out, but I think
So
that's
what do you want it to do?
what's up.
What do you want that one to do?
I just wanted to go like in transition like these.
Oh, instead of
It's just like
jumping so quickly.
instantly going crazy.
Yeah, I think that's the timing issue. You have to code in the time. Otherwise, it's more like an animation where it just happens instantly. When you cover in like the seconds of how long it does. So I just wrote in a code on my JavaScript where it's like you just put in 2 to 3 seconds and then it happens slowly, and then you should be fine there.
Or else it doesn't apply, right?
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
Oh.
And so you can change, like I changed the transition time when the thing flips around. I changed it from like 2 seconds to like 5 so you can see that it's happening slower.
Super slow-mo.
Yeah, seriously. So cool, man. Sounds good. All right. Well, we'll just plan on meeting next week at the same time.
Sure.
If you need anything in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out, and then I'll let you know if I hear back from the teacher on any of the grading and stuff. See if we need to be doing anything else. So.
All right. Hopefully not.
Yeah, me too. That's what I hope too. So, all right, man. Thanks so much.
All right. Later, buddy.
Talk to you later. Bye.